So we're going to go home not so alone to start off. Each boss, a blockade and a goblin appear. The boss is invulnerable until the blockade and goblin are taken a gold frenzy, spend 90%. Okay, it's going to be slow. Yeah, it's going to be slow. We just have to accept that it's going to be slow. Because of the blockade. Really, I mean, that's the big issue. The blockade is going to take everybody hitting it to get through. If there's ranged enemies, Shandy's going to get speed is going to get turned off. And it's just, you know, not the greatest. Gonna get everybody set up as best we can to do the thing. Who are we running as DPS? Here. This Grama? No, it's Grama DPS. Swamp Spectacular. The OG Swamp Spectacular. Alright. Get this click damage leveled up, and then I'll catch up in chat. Back on leveling up everybody else. Taxes. Hey Moses, hello Sergeant. Lazel for blockades. I don't have Lazel. So, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay. Hold on. Let me level up. Just jump him with Briv. You know, if he had stats. If my Briv only had some stacks. Do 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 do. The problem of running all of these and clearing them basically with click damage is there's never really a chance for Briv to build up any stacks. Occasionally, when we run into issues where it's like, okay, like this one, there's going to be, you know, there will be bosses. I guess he's got some stacks. There will be some bosses that are invulnerable, and you know, while we're clearing out the barricade, it may take a little. He may take some damage. That's great. That'll be great for our next run. So I accept that it's a thing that could happen. But I don't know what he's got. Oh, he's got 582. Oh, well, we're gonna jump through this thing. Never mind. We've got stat. We've got stat. He's just got to trigger it. He triggers it at about half rate. So let's get Electrum chests since we were online. Wait a minute. I don't. Ledia, I don't see your code in here. Did nobody put your code in the Discord? Or was it an old code? Saw a code on the stream. Was it a code that was from a different? Was it old or was it new? Because there was a code on yours. Oh, you requested. Oh, you requested on Friday, but you didn't get it before today. Yeah, that's you gotta do it like a week in advance. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I request my codes or more days than just the weekend, because like request it on a Thursday at least if you want it for a Monday. I request all my codes for this week. I requested on Wednesday after my stream ended while I was watching the sketching hour, and I request the whole week at once. Because I used to submit them on Fridays, and sometimes they just didn't get done, and I was like, okay, well, because they're busy, because they're wrapping up their Fridays, and that's like the lowest priority is check what code approvals have come in. So, yeah. So it'll show up, and you can post it at some point. But yeah, gotta ask a little earlier. All right, what are we at? We're at 17,328 gems. We're on our way to 30,000 for Armored Juniper, which is why we have no speed potions. I've got one large, so I'm not wasting it on this stuff. We're saving them, but we got 34. Ooh, I'm gonna do 14 of these. We got to keep 20 from now on. Did I get any speed potions here? Dang it! That yellow was tilted the wrong way. I knew it. Yeah. And we got a natural gold. Oh, I got a feat. I get excited about these on my new account because it's so rare. What do we get? Delana. Cheers, Delana. And no speed potion. Cheers, Delana. All right. So the Electrums we're saving for Wednesday when we flex another champion. The silver chests we're saving for Wednesday when we flex another champion and then qualify for Strahd. We're going to unlock the new champion and then immediately unlock Strahd and go do Strahd stuff. Immediately. Speaking of, I should have just gone over here. Shop. Time gate piece. And Modron chest. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Thank you for shopping at Patrons R Us. Oh wait, how much currency? We're still. I've kind of figured out at this rate you can create, by doing these patron challenges in the background like we're doing, like we have somebody cruising and then overnights for these longer ones. You can passively accrue, near 10,000 patron currency a week, and I'm only spending 7,500 a week. Because I'm only buying the Timegate piece and the Modron chest, which means we're banking currency for that moment when we hit full epic on our core and evergreens, and then can just drop all the patron chests to try to get epics on our event champions, or when we get more influence and we just want to pop a conjured spider or whatever the familiars are. Like we're gonna have a lot of currency to do what we will with. Because we're banking it each week without having to do any variants. I don't have to do any variants. I'm just doing the challenges, just free plays. I could, if I wanted to be super hyper optimal, I guess I could be doing a patron variant in the background or attempting it, like trying to, and then leaving it in that overnight on to try to finish it with a full party overnight. Could. Don't want it. That's too much. That's too much. No. We're just I want to just sit here and accrue stuff naturally without putting a whole lot of effort into it. Cause we're gonna do effort later. Effort on patrons comes later. Hey, Blackula. Glad you enjoy. Hope it's helping your journey in English. Yeah, Lediath, I mean, if just submit the request. If you want a code for each stream, you can do that. That's not that much effort. It's 6 a week. But then again, I'm streaming. One of those is for the C&E Games channel on Thursdays, and then the other 6 are the other 5 are for here. As long as you're streaming Idle Champions. I mean, I got them when I was streaming some other stuff, but that was because I got into the habit of requesting them when we were playing Baldur's Gate. But I gotta go back. When we start playing other games, it'll just be codes on the Idle Champions days. Okay, so we're doing our 7th, so we have 6 left after this. And this is Home Not So Alone. So we're here. Attorney. Alright. I need to add a couple to the list that I have, but I think there's the potential. There's the potential we could get this today. Idle Champions goes for raid streams now. I don't think that Sandy would appreciate that. I mean, like I said, I did kind of do them for some of our other video game streams, like what were we playing before this? The Have a Nice Death, and yeah, but yeah, I should have stopped and just, but it was like it had gotten into my muscle memory. All right, I got to get all these codes. Watched a couple movies over the weekend. Watched. I'm not going to spoil anything. Just going to say that I enjoyed them both. I watched Dune 2 and Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I have to say, I mean, I got to watch it because it's Ghostbusters. But when I was watching the previews for Frozen Empire, as like the trailers were coming out, and I was like, okay, new Ghostbusters, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But then I was like, this doesn't super excite me. Like Afterlife excited me, like the trailers did. The trailers for Frozen Empire didn't really excite me. What is? They need to get to us, and we're slowing them down. Is that the? I don't understand. Yeah, they got to get to us, and we're slowing them down. Oh, that's hilarious. The trailers. So if you saw like the trailers for Frozen Empire and you were like, the movie is better than the trailers, in my opinion. In my opinion, I feel like they didn't really do a good job of portraying what I thought was enjoyable, what I thought the best parts of that movie were. Yeah, Onyx. That's kind of the way I felt about it. I was like, yeah. And I guess it's kind of a, well, it's one of those like double-edged swords. Like it's nice when the movie is better than the trailers, but when the trailer isn't good enough to get people to go watch it in the first place, that's not great, right? It's not great. Oh, I don't know, Blackula, but you really want a trailer that gets people excited for the movie but doesn't ruin the movie, right? And I don't feel like that trailer did it. So whoever is in charge of that, maybe work on that. First Austin Powers, the movie was better than the trailer. I was forced to watch it, but then you loved it, right, Onyx? Then you loved it, right? Austin Powers. First Austin Powers was so good. I thought. Yes. Yeah, that's honestly that's kind of the. I feel like that's probably how a lot of his movies work. Is like you're like, what you watch the trailer and you're like, I'm sorry, what? But then you watch the movie and then you laugh and and it's just worth it. It was worth your time. Definitely go back. If you've never seen it, go back and watch So I Married an Axe Murderer. Oh, God, that movie. Idiot control. Well, that's clearly I'm listening in from your devices, from your smart devices. Yeah. See? Oh, there we go. Your smart devices were listening and fed you an advertisement for it. And they passed that information on to me, obviously. I smashed my phone again. Right. But see, now that you've said that, well, I mean, you typed it, but it's probably going to end up getting back to them, and then you're just going to get advertisements for new phones. Right? We heard you needed a new phone. Because that's how it would work. It's exactly how it would work. Oh, taxes paid. We're almost up to the click damage we need. We just got to go through 250. 250. Even with gold finder being reduced by 99%, we're doing fine because we've got E37 Helm's Favor. That deep push was solid. It was solid. Let's see, is there anything? Got 17 comments on my nerds post over the weekend. We'll see if Justin paid attention on Thursday. Oh, Penelope, you're actually working against me here. I gotta take you out. Actively working against the party. We can't have that. So who are we gonna throw in? We'll just not select benefits. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Guess I don't pay attention to ads. I train myself not to notice them, just to kind of the second I see one, I just look past it and scroll on, like in feeds and stuff. Nice. I got my dad's smartphone. It came with a Google Assistant button. Explain what the assistant is by saying it listens to your conversations and feeds you ads related to them. And it promptly proved me right by opening a page about how your smart devices aren't listening to you. Yeah, but they are. But they are. I mean, they absolutely are. You're anything that has voice recognition, unless you have to hit a button to turn on the voice recognition, like my remotes for my cable box, you can hit a button to turn on voice commands. It's not just always on. But if you got anything that's just an always on voice command thing, it literally it can't not listen to all your conversations. And everything that's coming in from the TV and from anything else going on, it's hearing all of it. It has to do its job. So, this is why I don't own an Amazon Alexa or any of those types of things. Shut off all the assistants. I've never used those. I'm just always like, Now my phone is like since my last update, my phone just it will not move past. It's like there's constantly a red dot on the phone because it's like you haven't fully updated, and I click the button. And it's like you need to set up, your phone payment, like your Apple Pay, and I'm like I don't want it. But it's just like nope. This is going to be a red button here forever until you do it. So I'm like, well, I guess there's a red button on my phone forever. I'm not putting Apple Pay on my phone. I don't need that. We're in an ad break, folks. We'll be back in about 40 seconds. We gotta open our Modron chests. Check on our Modron progress. 2, 1. And we're back. Let's open our Modron chests. Well, there's a cross piece. Effectively a 1 in, 3 out. I mean, it's not the worst. Directed T. All right. Single silver chest. I just want to stay at 20. Let's go check on this one. So this was the one in Overnights. It's got about 4k XP, slowly leveling itself up. Which reminds, well, in Mert we can't do it. We got Nordum specifically to help level up our background core, but we can't do it in Mert because he's not allowed. He's not allowed in Mert. Our fast core, a little over 25% through. Would have been 3,000, so making progress. Making the best progress we can, using it in an active party with our speed group. We just don't have enough speed potions. Don't have enough speed potions. But we are giving it its most efficient progress by using it constantly. And yes, Briv's jumps, whatever the areas Briv jumps do count. It just isn't going to show up visually right now. But when we restart, when we complete this adventure and start a new one, the credit dumps in visually. It's tracking it in the background. Invisibly. There's 250 on click damage. You know, I have to say, each boss said a blockade and a goblin appear, and I haven't really, I don't feel like it's really slowed us down. I feel like the big thing that slowed us down in this was Penelope, because you got to rescue the kids. But I haven't seen, so we're progressing faster than I expected, quite frankly. Yeah, here's the blockade. But it doesn't really, I feel like it isn't really, yeah. We clear that by the time the Spectre gets here, and the Spectre's the actual boss, so yeah, that's worked pretty well. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I expected way worse. I expected way worse. Alright, in the home stretch. 45 levels to go. Yeah, that's almost perfect. We got lucky with our attack speeds on everyone, because it basically clears that out and just in time. Still not sure who I'm getting. Who I'm gonna flex. I picked up Kreidel to get Split the Party 2. Picked up Nordham just because we were good, and I was like, well, I can dump him in a background party, and he'll slowly level up that modest core. No, I haven't, J-Dog. But I don't know who else I want. In all honesty. How do we have... What? We don't have Jaheira. How did we get an achievement for It must be coded wrong. I bet it doesn't just work in hers. It works in someone else's, too. I need to submit a ticket. Never mind. Let me time it. There. New player, if I don't grab Nordham in this event, am I going to regret it later? No. No. Because if they rework Nordham isn't super useful. I didn't pick him because he's super useful. So if they rework Nordham and make him super useful, he'll be part of an event when they rework him. You can pick him up then. He's not... It was literally, I don't really have anyone else to pick here that I really need, but at least I could park him and he'll get a tiny smidgen of a little more XP for the Modron core that I have hooked up to him. That was it. It wasn't, I'm not going to put him, I'm not going to use him in a party. Okay. Not really like a high priority bug or anything, but bug nonetheless. Bug nonetheless. Yeah, you know what? Let me reset while we're here. Let me just reset for the weekday parties. Yeah, always keep going back there. Oh, it's going to get even more crowded, Blackula. That's not really. You're going to have like anywhere from 8 to 10 champions in every bench seat eventually. Oh, that's the interesting Black Widow. I've never heard about that, but that is interesting. I just don't pick up when people call. If it's not somebody's name I recognize, why am I stuck verifying game definitions? J Dog, this is your fault. I was playing the game just fine. All right, we're gonna leave it for a second. Oh my god, what is going on? Boy. Ugh, boy. Um, why is it not? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't have, if someone's name doesn't pop up, I don't answer. And if somebody doesn't leave a message, like actually telling me who they are and why I need to talk to them, I don't call back and find out. I'm just like, all right. Oh, J Dog. J Dog. This stuck on loading error brought to you by J Dog. Well. Okay. Let's close it completely out. Everything. Yeah, I can't stand the fact that once upon a time, you didn't get spam on your cell phones. And now they've just found ways to work around things and get away with it. And I still think it's you're not supposed to, but they just hide. They hide and they do all kinds of junk and hate it, hate it. Actually, like there's a content drop, and but there isn't one because it's Monday. Because it's Monday. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Starting game. Yay! So I had to restart Epic to get it to load. I don't know why that did it, but it did. The nice thing is, we were progressing offline while we were waiting. It's not like I wasn't getting any progress. All right, what's my weekday party? Briv, Astarion, and Nordum. Okay, sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not deep pushing, but folks, if you run an absolute adversaries party, Starion getting a triple ceramorphosis, excuse me, um, triple mimosas. It's a brunch deal. That's I think that's pre-stack. So check and see if it's pre-stack. If it is, you got some deep pushing to do. Because that's a lot more power. Nice. Yeah, Astarion would rather have the Bloody Mary than the Mimosa, but like extra bloody. And it's not a drink, it's someone called Mary, right? 17,700. We're gonna get 500 from this, so we'll be over 18,000. Phil is down. Phil is down, and we're done. Let's go. Yeah. If anybody got a Astarion, look at it. Again, I think the main one is Briv, right? Yeah. So Briv is the big one, and it's, that's fine. But man, if you're like me and you got an Astarion, Ceramorphosis, go do what I'm not going to do and deep push. I don't need to deep push.